Hey, welcome to English Cactus. My name is Anna. Before we begin, make sure to grab your free PDF in the video description. It's a companion to today's lesson, and it'll help you remember everything with ease. This video is different. Here, we'll learn real English vocabulary the way people actually talk. You'll discover 50 powerful phrases that will make your English sound smooth, friendly, and confident, even if you're just starting out. And one more thing, I suggest you try the shadowing technique. First, just listen. Understand the idea. Then go back, pause after each sentence, and repeat it out loud with me. Match my rhythm. It'll feel like you're practicing with a real friend, and your pronunciation will improve faster than you think. And before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss more videos like this. Ready to speak English like you've always wanted? Let's begin. Why learn phrases? If you want to speak English with real confidence, learning phrases is the secret weapon. Think about it. People don't speak in single words, they speak in full ideas, little packs of meaning. That's where English vocabulary gets powerful. Let's say someone asks, "How are you holding up?" If you know that phrase, you don't freeze. You respond naturally. Phrases are shortcuts to fluency. They help you sound more like a friend and less like a robot. That's why, today, I'm not just teaching words. I'm teaching you how to speak English in a way that flows. And you'll see how the right phrase can open doors, even if it's just to the coffee machine. Take it easy. This one is golden. When someone is tired, stressed, or overthinking, just say, "Take it easy." It's like giving them a warm cup of calm. And yes, it works like magic in English conversations. Imagine your friend failed a test or had a rough day. You look at them and say, "Hey, take it easy." You're not ignoring their pain, you're offering peace. That's emotional English vocabulary in action. That's a win-win. You'll love this one. When a situation is good for both sides, people say, "That's a win-win." It's like sharing the last piece of cake, and nobody feels cheated. Picture this. Your friend drives you to the airport, and you help them study for a test later. Boom, win-win. English vocabulary like this makes you sound clever and kind at the same time. You're spot on. When someone says exactly the right thing, you can say, "You're spot on." It means they nailed it. They got it 100% right. Simple, clear, and super useful. Let's say your friend guesses your favorite movie without any clues. You smile and say, "You're spot on." It's like giving them a little high five with your words. This phrase builds connection fast. It's not my cup of tea. This phrase is a polite way to say, "I don't really like it." It helps you express your opinion without sounding rude. And yes, it's very British. For example, if someone invites you to a horror movie, but you prefer comedies, you can say, "Thanks, but scary films are not my cup of tea." You're being honest, but kind. That's the last straw. This phrase means, "That's it. I've had enough." People use it when one small problem pushes them over the edge, after a long list of other issues. Imagine someone comes home after a hard day, and the Wi-Fi isn't working. They sigh and say, "That's the last straw." It's how we show frustration in real-life English vocabulary. Hang in there. When someone is going through a tough time, but you want them to keep going, you say, "Hang in there." It's a simple way to give support and hope. Maybe your friend is studying hard for exams or looking for a job. You just say, "Hang in there. You're doing great." It's a little phrase that gives big encouragement. I'm on it. This one shows action and responsibility. When someone asks you to do something and you want to say, "I'll handle it right away," you say, "I'm on it." Imagine your boss says, "Can you send that email?" You reply, "I'm on it." It means you're ready, focused, and dependable. A strong phrase in everyday English vocabulary. Break a leg. It sounds strange, but break a leg actually means good luck. It's often used before someone performs, like on stage, in a presentation, or even a job interview. So if your friend is nervous before a speech, you say, "Break a leg." It's playful and friendly, and shows you care. What do you have in mind? This phrase is perfect when you want to hear someone's idea. It shows interest and invites the other person to speak freely. For example, if a friend says, "Let's do something fun this weekend," you can answer, "What do you have in mind?" It's a natural way to keep the conversation flowing. It's a no-brainer. When something is super obvious or easy to decide, people say, "It's a no-brainer." It's like saying, Come on, the choice is clear. Imagine someone offers you free pizza during lunch break. Saying yes? That's a no-brainer. This phrase keeps your English vocabulary fun and smart. I'll sleep on it. When you need time to decide, you can say, I'll sleep on it. It means you'll think about it overnight and decide later. For example, if someone offers you a new job or a big deal, but you're unsure, just say, thanks, I'll sleep on it. It's a calm and polite way to pause before answering. That rings a bell. If something sounds familiar but you can't quite remember why, you say, that rings a bell. It's like your memory is trying to wake up. Let's say someone mentions a name. Do you know Jake Simmons? You pause and say, that rings a bell. This phrase adds natural rhythm to your English vocabulary. Go the extra mile. This phrase means doing more than expected. It's about putting in extra effort to help, impress, or solve a problem. Imagine a coworker stays late to finish a project just to help the team. That's someone who goes the extra mile. It shows hard work, and people notice. Cut corners. To cut corners means doing something in a quick or cheap way, but usually not the best way. It often leads to problems later. For example, if a builder uses low-quality materials to finish faster, they're cutting corners. This phrase warns us, fast doesn't always mean smart. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. This phrase means, don't worry about a problem until it actually happens. It helps reduce stress and keeps the focus on the present. If someone says, what if we miss the train? You can reply, let's cross that bridge when we come to it. It's calm, smart, and keeps your English vocabulary peaceful. Let's face it, sometimes we need to say something true, even if it's not easy. Let's face it is how you introduce that kind of honesty. For example, you might say, let's face it, learning English takes practice. It sounds real, friendly, and confident. A useful phrase for clear communication. I'm on the fence. When you can't decide between two options, you say, I'm on the fence. It means you're stuck in the middle, unsure which side to choose. For example, if you're thinking about studying English online or in person, but haven't chosen yet, just say, I'm on the fence. People will instantly understand your situation. Let's shake on it. This phrase is a friendly way to say, let's make a deal. It usually comes after an agreement, and it shows trust and respect. Imagine agreeing to help a friend move, and they'll help you study later. You both smile and say, let's shake on it. It makes the deal feel real and fun. It's up in the air. When something is not decided yet, people say, it's up in the air. It means the plan is still uncertain or waiting for an answer. For example, if someone asks, are you going on vacation next month? And you're not sure, just say, it's up in the air. This phrase keeps your English vocabulary flexible and real. I'm running on fumes. When you're extremely tired but still going, you say, I'm running on fumes. It's like saying you're out of energy but pushing through anyway. Picture someone working late with only coffee and willpower. They look up and say, I'm running on fumes. It's a vivid, real-life phrase in everyday English vocabulary. Hit the nail on the head. This phrase means someone said exactly the right thing. It's used when a person identifies the real issue or solution with precision. Imagine you're trying to fix a problem at work, and a teammate says something that solves it. You can reply, you hit the nail on the head. It's a great way to show appreciation for clear thinking. Keep it under wraps. This phrase means to keep something secret or private. People often say it when a surprise or important plan is involved. For example, if you're planning a birthday party and don't want the person to know, you tell others, let's keep it under wraps. A fun and useful phrase in your English vocabulary toolkit. Break the ice. When a situation feels awkward or too quiet, you can break the ice. It means doing something small to make everyone feel more comfortable. For example, telling a funny story at the start of a meeting helps people relax. You just broke the ice, and now the room feels lighter and friendlier. Better late than never. This phrase means it's okay to be late, as long as you still show up. It encourages effort, even if it's delayed. For example, if someone finally starts learning English after years of waiting, just say, better late than never. It's positive, motivating, and full of second chances. In hot water. If someone is in hot water, it means they're in trouble, usually because of something they did wrong. Let's say a student forgets to do homework 3 times. The teacher says, you're in hot water now. It's a strong phrase that adds color and emotion to your English vocabulary. Cost an arm and a leg. This phrase means something is very expensive. It's often used with a little humor when the price feels too high. For example, if a phone costs $2,000, you might say, "That costs an arm and a leg." It helps express surprise and frustration in a fun, natural way. Call it a day. When you stop working because you've done enough, you can say, "Let's call it a day." It's a relaxed way to end a task or meeting. Imagine you've been studying English for hours. You close your book and say, "I'll call it a day." It shows you're done, and that's totally okay. Keep an eye on. This phrase means to watch something carefully. You can use it for people, pets, or even your food in the oven. For example, if you're leaving the room, you might say, "Can you keep an eye on my bag?" It's simple, clear, and super useful in daily English vocabulary. Pick someone's brain. When you want to ask someone for ideas or advice, you can say, "Can I pick your brain?" It's a friendly way to learn from someone who knows more. Imagine your friend is great at job interviews, and you're nervous about yours. You can say, "I'd love to pick your brain about interview tips." It shows curiosity and respect. By the way, this phrase is used to add extra information or change the subject smoothly. It's casual and super common in everyday conversation. Imagine you're talking about lunch and suddenly remember something. You say, "By the way, did you see Anna yesterday?" Just like that, the topic shifts naturally. Hit a wall. When you hit a wall, it means you suddenly lose energy, motivation, or ideas. It happens a lot when working or studying for a long time. You might be writing an essay, feeling great, and then boom, nothing. You stare at the screen. That's when you say, "I totally hit a wall." On fire, if someone is on fire, they're doing extremely well. It could be in sports, studies, or even at work. Imagine your friend gets every answer right in class. You look at them and say, "Wow, you're on fire today." It's fun, energetic, and full of praise. Easier said than done. This phrase means something sounds easy, but it's actually hard to do. It shows empathy and honesty. For example, your friend says, "Just forget about it." But you reply, "Easier said than done." Because moving on isn't always simple. Give someone the cold shoulder. This phrase means to ignore someone on purpose, usually after a disagreement. If a friend stops talking to you after a fight and won't even say hi, you can say, "She's giving me the cold shoulder." It's cold literally and emotionally. Time flies. This phrase means time passes quickly, especially when you're busy or having fun. You check the clock and realize it's already midnight. Wow, time flies. It's a natural way to express surprise about how fast the day went by. The early bird catches the worm. This phrase means people who act early usually get the best results. It's all about being proactive. Let's say a big sale starts at 8 a.m. You say, "Let's get there early." The early bird catches the worm. You sound smart and ready. Speak of the devil. You use this when someone appears just as you're talking about them. It's playful and a little spooky. You say, "I wonder where John is," and suddenly he walks in. You smile and say, "Speak of the devil." It's a fun surprise in English vocabulary. It is what it is. This phrase means you accept a situation, even if it's not perfect. You're not happy, but you're not complaining either. If you miss the bus and can't change it, you shrug and say, "Well, it is what it is." It's a simple way to stay calm and move on. Don't push my buttons. This phrase means, don't annoy me. It's used when someone is doing or saying things that trigger your frustration. Imagine your sibling keeps teasing you. You finally say, "Hey, don't push my buttons." It's a polite warning before the explosion. On the same page, when you and someone else agree on something, you're on the same page. It's great for teamwork. Before a project starts, you might say, "Let's make sure we're on the same page." It keeps everyone working together smoothly. Get the ball rolling. This means to start something, especially a plan or project. It shows leadership and motivation. Your team is waiting to begin a presentation. You say, "Let's get the ball rolling." Now things are moving, thanks to you. Out of the question, this means something is not even an option. Totally unacceptable or impossible. If someone suggests skipping school to travel, you might say, "That's out of the question." It closes the topic completely. Have a lot on your plate. When someone has a lot on their plate, They're dealing with many tasks or responsibilities. If your friend hasn't replied in days, don't take it personally. Maybe she just has a lot on her plate. This phrase helps us understand busy people. In the long run, this means thinking about the future, not just today. It's about long-term results. For example, studying hard now is tough, but in the long run, it leads to better opportunities. This phrase helps you see the bigger picture. Turn a blind eye. This means to pretend not to see something wrong, usually on purpose. Let's say a teacher notices cheating but says nothing. You could say, "She turned a blind eye." It's powerful and sometimes controversial. Take it with a grain of salt. This means to be careful with believing something completely. It might not be fully true. If someone is known to exaggerate, you say, "Take what he says with a grain of salt." It's a polite way to say, don't trust 100%. Blow off steam. This means to release stress or strong emotions, often by doing something physical or fun. After a stressful day, you go jogging or dance to loud music. That's how you blow off steam. Healthy, simple, and effective. Step up your game. This phrase means to improve your performance. It's like saying, do better and show your best. If you want a promotion or win a competition, someone might say, you've got to step up your game. It's a push to grow. So now you know 30 real phrases that can totally change the way you speak English. But here's the thing, knowing isn't enough. The real progress happens when you use them. In your messages, at work, with friends, out loud, daily. Which one of these phrases do you think you'll use first? Or better yet, which one have you already heard before but never really understood until now? Leave your answer in the comments. I'd love to see which ones hit home for you. And now here's the challenge. Are you going to keep waiting for the perfect moment to improve your English, or are you going to start now, right here, right where you are? If you're serious about building your vocabulary and finally learning how to speak English naturally and confidently, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson. Let's grow together, one phrase at a time.